My name is Chuuwee from Sacramento, California, originally from San Antonio, Texas. Amalgam Digital's newest artist, West Coast until I die. I played baseball for a little bit. I went to culinary school. I just wasn't feeling that. I got played in my baseball career. The athletic director was evil. Everything I've ever done, it just didn't work out. So I just felt like rap was fate because that's the only thing that I've ever excelled in, and that's the only thing that kept going. I've had a Twitter since like 2008. So I've always just been like just constantly dropping stuff online. Some of them I put out before I was established, but I have a good 11 or 12 projects out. In like 2011, it just started coming together. A lot of people just started listening to me. I started getting posted on a lot of the bigger blogs. It's like everything just started piecing together. There's a very, very distinctive line between the type of rap that I do and the type of rap that reaches the masses. And not saying that I can't reach the masses, they just don't want to hear that kind of rap. You know, we fear what we don't understand, and a lot of people don't understand anything at all. And they need somebody to help them learn or to explain things to them in a manner in which they can understand, you know? Once I became Buddhist and just started reading stuff and just like looking around, it just clicked one day, and it was like this isn't how we're supposed to live. This isn't how it's supposed to be. It never was like this. And people don't realize that. And if they do, they try to pretend like they don't because they're so comfortable in how they are. So, I mean, I just want people to wake up and realize that we could be better off than we are. They make it seem like politics is something extremely, extremely complicated, but it's not. It's just people my age, people in my generation don't really care. So you have to approach them in a way that they'll care to get them to really know what's going on. Like a prime example, the whole Stop Kony campaign, that's been stopped since 2012 as far as Kony himself. You know, like he's almost dead, he has one leg. And if somebody would have just Googled that, they would have found that out. It took me 3 minutes to find out that the Stop Kony 2012 campaign was a bunch of bullcrap. And people just don't pay attention. They just don't pay attention to stuff. Everything goes over everybody's heads, or they just latch on to something because it caught their attention, which isn't exactly bad, but it's not the way to go. Like a lot of the times prior to now, maybe 2 years ago, I used to not do a lot of stuff because I was afraid of how people would react, or I was afraid of what people would say. And then with this project, a lot of people told me, like, they would ask me like, oh, what are you working on? I'm working on my album. What's it called? Watching the Throne. And I'd get like that's Jay-Z and Kanye's album. No, their album is Watch the Throne. And then when I explained it, some people got it and some people didn't. But more people didn't than did. And so it was kind of like a lot of people weren't feeling it. They were like, oh, I'm not going to get that because that's kind of dumb. And it was like, whatever, you know, like I have something to say and there's a story behind it. There's a meaning behind it. So if you get it, you get it. Then, and if you don't, you don't. Even though Jay-Z or Kanye probably didn't hear it and never will, it was me trying to tell them that the stuff that they're doing now, people don't like. As many people do like it, there's people that don't. Like Jay-Z and Kanye are two of my favorite artists. So that collaboration should have been a lot more epic than it was. And that's just my opinion. So I was really just trying to just show people, like, I was actually just speaking for people who didn't like that album. Because I'm a fan of hip hop, and there's a lot of people who don't speak on what they know or speak on their opinion. And I'm very opinionated, so I just speak for whoever has an opinion. And I just wanted people to agree with me that that album sucked. But it ended up turning into something else though, because like I was traveling a lot, I was doing a lot of reading, and I was like, I don't just want to attack people. You know, I don't want to just be another rapper who's just rapping. So I took my diss and I loosely wrapped it around like a medieval theme. So it's kind of just, it started out as a diss, but it ended up being like an underlying message and just a theme of like medieval times. Nobody raps about medieval times the way that they should. You know, there was a lot of stuff going on in like the King Louis times and Charles VIII, and nobody really talks about stuff like that, if they talk about anything at all. A lot of music is hyped now. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people won't bump this mixtape because it's 4 months old. It's like nobody's listening to that anymore. Why are you still listening to that? Music is timeless. Music has no expiration. Music has no specific time. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you feel at that moment when that song is playing is music. And so it's just really hard to get people to understand where you're going and what you're trying to do because they're not focused. I'm just genuinely creative. And everything that I rap about, I've either seen firsthand or I've been through myself. So storytelling just gives you an opportunity to give people your story. And then it's like, the way they receive it is like, did he really do that? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, storytelling just generates a lot of excitement about the song, period. I try to talk to everybody. I try to link with people when I'm out and about. I try to kick it with people because I'm just an average guy, just like the next person, you know? I'm just really good at rapping. So I try to stay humble and I try to like keep that connection with my fans because at the end of the day, that's who makes you. You know, if you don't have anybody listening to you, then you're just another person trying to rap. Yo, it's your man Chuuwee from Sacramento, California. Chilling with LA Stereo TV out in Austin, South by Southwest. Peace.